Hi travelers, Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot. And I think I had promised everybody over in the Facebook group that I was going to get my open reading up yesterday. But I had mentioned, I don't know, when the last time I spoke to you guys, that I was doing a natal report and interpretations for someone. And I've been working on that for a week. That was the first one that I had done. And I just finished it like, I don't know, probably about 10 o'clock last night. And by then I was so tired, so I didn't get the reading up. So here it is, and we're just going to be doing an open reading today. This is for no specific set time frame, no specific sign. We're just going to open the cards and ask what messages can be brought forth. And like with any open reading, I do ask that you take what you can and disregard what you cannot. Now, if you are interested in coming over to the website, maybe you'd like to purchase a personal reading, you can always click on the I right there in the right-hand corner. That will take you directly over to the website. If you want to purchase a reading by phone, before you submit payment and fill out the form, I ask that you read the important information on booking, because that will explain everything. And how do you find that? You go to the menu. It says readings by phone. If you hover your mouse over that, there's a side menu that pops out, and it's the first link at the top that says important information on booking. For video readings, that is self-explanatory. There's a separate tab for that. I do have other services there. There are Akashic records, etheric cord cutting, and spirit guide team readings. Right. Okay, I got that right. And I'm going to eventually start offering natal reports and interpretations with an astrological reading. So just kind of bear with me, and I'm still working on those classes. So we are in the middle of Mercury retrograde. There's retrograde season, really. Venus, I think, has come direct. I think April 15th it went direct. So hopefully, if you've been spending a lot of money trying to make yourself feel better, you've kind of woken up and went, what the hell was I doing? So my reading times are, turnaround time is between 48 to 72 hours from the time that you pay me and submit the form. That's pretty much it. You can go to the website and check out website membership options. There is where you will find the individual extended monthly tarots, but you also get 2 free birth charts, one that you can create yourself when you first sign up, and then the other one I make specifically for you. And that one we use the astrology of the asteroids, which has been really cool. I haven't had a lot of people participating in terms of asking me questions, but I think people are kind of not exactly sure what's happening. But you can always still ask questions, whatever. I mean, I've been using the asteroids and it's been working great for me. So I'm just trying to share in something that has made a huge difference in my life. So there are several options, and you can go over and take a look. So the $7 option is not recurring. It's a 30-day membership option. If you don't want to, come back after 7 days, you don't have to. But the 6-month membership is recurring, as well as the yearly membership. And there are articles, there are ebooks, there are astrology ebooks, there's a couple of videos there. So I'm working on it. I'm one person, and I can only do so much at, one time. So anyway, new subscribers to the website, to the channel, welcome aboard. Old subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me and showing me your support. Thank you so much. The donations and the emails and all of that are much appreciated. You can join me over on Facebook if you'd like. You can find the link to the Facebook group in the About box section of the channel. We do a lot of discussions and sometimes tarot games over there. So anyway, that's that. And we're going to go ahead and lay the cards. I do have the Radiant White, the La Vida Sibila, the Angel Answers, and the Heart Oracle Tarot. So 9 cards. Here we go. The Star card. The Knight of Wands. Uh-oh. The Devil. Uh-oh. The Ace of Coins. The King of Coins. the Four of Wands. Well, this is interesting. The Justice card, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. What's under the deck? The Chariot card. Okay. Well, so for those of you, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3 major arcana within the spread itself. So 3 out of 9. And this tells me that you do have more control over your situation, maybe even perhaps than you realize. You know, it's not, even with the Devil here, it's not a bad spread. It really isn't. Right in the center, I have this King of Pentacles. And this reading will apply whether this is same-sex or heterosexual relationship. So this will be whomever takes the role of the male in the relationship. And the King of Pentacles is going to be someone who is of an earth sign. They will be either a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. And if not that particular sun sign, then this speaks to the qualities of that individual. So this is going to be somebody who is wealthy, who can either has a lot of money or makes a lot of money or is good at handling money. Someone who has some type of position and stability. Could be, you know, a property owner, own multiple properties, maybe even work at the stock market, have had gains through investments and whatnot. Okay, so everything else is going on around this particular king here. And I have the energies of Venus, Saturn, well, 2 Venus and a Saturn. But this Venus, Libra, represents Libra. It is the Justice card. Both Taurus and Libra, no, that's not right. Both Libra and Taurus are ruled by Venus, okay? But the Aquarius card, which is the star card here, is also a Venus card. Although Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus. And the reason why I think that this card also represents Venus, Venus is the goddess of beauty and love. But before you can appreciate the beauty and love of someone else, you first have to appreciate your own beauty and love yourself. And this card speaks to that. It speaks to being clear enough within yourself in terms of who you are to show yourself as who you are. This card speaks to flowing from a pure source. So this can be sometimes about gaining messages that are coming through, messages that seem to be coming from a different plane or a higher plane. This is about getting in touch with whatever messages that are coming through, about looking deeply at yourself, gaining whatever clarity that you need. It is also about the energy of being able to maintain an emotional balance, okay? Not allowing your logic to overrule your emotions and or your emotions to overrule your logic. For some of you, this could be about perhaps being impulsive in what you do or how you do it. Sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you do it, you know, and then sometimes it is what you do. Okay. And so that is kind of what the energy of the devil is reading about. The devil represents the earthly plane. So this is going to be dealing in the realm of money and sex and all of those things that awaken our 5 senses or that stimulate our 5 senses. The devil can also be about, he can be about the pleasure of those things. And typically with the Taurus person, this is somebody who is a very sensuous person. In other words, they like the finer things in life. They like good food. You know, they want you to smell good. They like taste. They like art. So it's those things, and those are represented really on the earthly plane. But then the devil can also be about doing those things or indulging in those things that we know we shouldn't do, that have really brought us to like no good. It could also be some kind of karmic repayment. There's justice, and justice represents It's one of the karma cards, as well as the devil. But the Justice card really is. The Justice card says that people who've been responsible and acting from the highest good will be rewarded. Liars and cheaters are going to be caught. Okay. And again, there's this theme of balance here. And I want you to take a look at this. She's got the 2 cups, the 2 jugs, and she is continually drawing water from this pool, and she's pouring it out in the 5 directions, the north, south, east, west, and then the self-actualization in the center. Then we have the balance of the male and the female here. But we see that there's some kind of attachment or some kind of karmic something that may not be good for us. It may feel good, but not be good. But it could also be something that we know is good and we like indulging in it. And maybe it really doesn't help. Because sometimes it's doing those things, those little guilty pleasures that really do keep us alive. You know, it's about the balance of it. Then we have the scales here. See, she's holding the scales. And Justice simply says that, you know, it's kind of like what I'm picking up is what you get, what you put into it is what you get out of it. So if you're doing something, you're expending your energy in something that you know is negative and that you shouldn't be doing it, then whatever consequences come of that is what you get out of it, you know. But then if you are doing something that feels good to you and it's good for you, okay, then you get out of it, something out of it. That devil can be a tricky card to read, okay? For some of you, this could be maybe that you're getting maybe psychic impressions, or you're having dreams, or you're having some kind of activity on the 5th or 6th plane, dimensional plane, that someone from your past is going to be returning. And for some of you, this could be someone that you don't have a good history with. That person may have already come back. They have come back quite quickly and suddenly, perhaps, and they have, in a sense, maybe they have kind of, or are trying to upset the balance that you've made and the gains that you've made thus far, because we can see here down this is the past, present, future, past, present, future. We can see here that by maintaining this balance, you're being offered a new path to walk upon and a new way of doing things. And that for many of you, you've been able to maintain that balance and stay, quote unquote, on the right path. Okay. We can see that. Now, across the center, it looks as though this King of Pentacles, some new offer has come in for him. He himself may have a different way of doing something. This could be some new kind of financial endeavor that he's going on, or that has come to him, in the sense that it's going to allow him to take perhaps his holdings or his business in a new direction. But it also is about doing things differently. And this can be very, very difficult for the King of Pentacles. This is somebody who's rather fixed and does not like to move. This could also be why we have the energy of the devil here, because the devil represents being bound or chained. Now, sometimes we are bound and chained or limited due to our circumstances, but then sometimes we limit ourselves and we bind ourselves to things that hold us back. So again, there's the balance. It's trying to figure out maybe what you need to chuck that really isn't yours and doesn't belong to you, okay? And only keeping those things that are essentially yours. It could be that. Because we see that he's coming to a place where he's either about to celebrate something or merge into something. This is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands speaks to stability, but this is also the marriage and the shacking up card. Okay, but it could also be about maybe coming through something. You know, if this has been someone who's been fighting addictions or whatnot, and maybe they have, you know, I'm picking up like this is the first year of their coin. Maybe they've been doing Alcoholics Anonymous or what's that other one for people who have drugs? That one. And maybe this is the first year that they've gone through it. And so now they're kind of celebrating that. Okay. And it's been a long, hard slog for them. But now we see the Justice card, and it's almost sitting next to this Seven of Cups, and it's almost as if the cards are saying the person right at this stage where they are right now, and it's like they can see their way clear. They understand completely what has happened, why it has happened, and they perhaps have fully accepted whatever it is. And now they're confused. And this can happen with people sometimes when they've been in a certain place for so long, and then suddenly they are released. And in a way, that's kind of what I'm picking up from this Devil card. It's like a release here with the Judgment. It's like a release. And now they're kind of confused. They don't know what to do. And I think this is a very, very, very delicate time for this individual. The reason why I say that is because of that Knight of Wands. You know, if they get off balance, they're going to quickly slide back, because this can be the card of also addictions and illusions and fantasies. And this could be anything. It could be an internet addiction, a gambling addiction, a porn addiction. Hell, everything in America is an addiction now. You know, you name it, it's an addiction. So, but this could be really saying that the person right now, they are okay where they are, but they're tottering, they're teetering, and it could be like it's a fight every single day, which we know in some instances for people who've been addicted for long periods of time, it is a struggle. We understand that. And we see the Page of Pentacles come in. And the Page of Pentacles is a student. The Page of Pentacles is someone who always has good advice. Even though they may be a young person, or they may appear to be a younger person, or they may appear not to have any experience in what they're talking about, they do know what they're talking about because they've studied it. A lot of times you don't have to actually experience something to be able to empathize with the person. And so in order to empathize, though, sometimes you have to actually learn about whatever that thing is and kind of put yourself in that person's shoes. In no way does that mean that you have a full comprehension of what they're dealing with, but it will mean that you're, whatever this message is and whomever this person represents, is going to be somebody who's going to not be disdainful or turn you away or be judgmental. And perhaps that's what this is also speaking about, the fear of being judged. Because it kind of reads like, if this is about an addiction or something, it reads sort of like a secret. Whatever this thing is, we see that it is sitting, this devil is sitting over the top of this house. This marriage or this commitment or this merger or this celebration, whatever this thing is, we see the devil sitting over the top of that. And again, it could just be speaking about limitations. That this, whatever this thing is, it's like delayed. Think of Saturn like a mountain. Saturn says, not yet, not yet, not yet. Okay. Why? Because there's more work that needs to be done. But then we see the message coming in. All right. And what's interesting is the star over to the King of Pentacles down to the Page of Pentacles. The star card is also about the cosmology. It is about the astrology. So we do have a lot of these retrogrades going on. But even when you've got retrogrades going on, they're touching, you know, things. The stars are moving around. And even if you don't necessarily have to believe in astrology to understand that it is the principle of looking at the archetypal energy of the planets and how they affect us on a real world level. As above, so below. Okay? That is the principle of astrology in its most basic form. The overall energy here is the Chariot. And the Chariot is really about having that determination to move forward, even if you don't know exactly how you're going to get there. And what I mean when I say that is this guy in the Chariot doesn't even have any reins. Okay? But yet through sheer willpower and sheer determination and not giving up and simply persevering and maintaining the balance, okay, he's able to drive that chariot forward. Now, we know that this is a war vehicle, so it's going to be a bumpy ride. It could be a long-ass ride. But if you can maintain that focus and determination and that perseverance, you can do this. Now, we have this canopy of stars, and I want you... So this is, I think, something that may occur or some message that will come to some of you, perhaps around the new moon. But we also know that the new moon is the time to start new things. And sometimes this is what this page can represent. Pages do represent a new energy. It's like, you know, turning the page, something new. Here we see that this new element has come in and been introduced. But this is, you know, it's up to you. All aces are opportunities. You don't have to take it. And this devil could be the fear of accepting this new element that comes in. Okay? The devil is not always about other people who limit us. It is really about how we limit ourselves based upon our ego. The ego only exists for the earthly plane. So this could be, you know, your own fears, your appetites, your own mental prison that you're in that is preventing you from moving forward. Ultimately, however, you are the captain of your own ship. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look. What I want to take a look at, of course, right off the bat is this devil. Because it really, I'm going to be honest, the energy coming off of the devil really doesn't read like something very, very bad. It just reads like some kind of blockage or stuck energy or, you know, and now that I look at it, we see that the clarity has come in, or someone's trying to, is working on getting to that spot. But this Knight of Wands, he's such a quick passing energy. As soon as it comes, it leaves. So this could be somebody who's swinging between two, having mood swings, perhaps. It's not saying that to me, but look at the difference in the cards. With this knight. And knights always represent, to me, some kind of event. Now, knights bring messages as well, just like the pages. And this message is a little bit, it's an older message or a more well-crafted message, so to speak, than maybe perhaps what this page is saying. But this is a pentacle, and you can trust that message. This one, not saying you can't trust it, but maybe for some, you don't really, because maybe the message, it's a message that's coming back to you. Okay, maybe it's news or an event, something that's coming back from the past. And it may not be like an actual thing. It could be like the past rushing back at you. Okay, I can't quite... You know, because energies work on all different levels. They work on the past, the present, the future, from the first all the way up to the seventh dimension, all simultaneously. I was watching a documentary on Easter, and they were talking about the sect of Christians known as the Gnostics. And as they've been studying the text over the years, and I think that the Gnostic texts were first found in, was it 1954? The Nag Hammadi text in Egypt. And there are an alternate gospel. There's the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. There is the Gospel of Thomas. These are different interpretations than what is in the King James Version of the Bible. But they were saying that the Gnostic sect repeatedly spoke about the kingdom of heaven is already here. You are just not able to see it. And those people who are walking the right path will be able to see that the kingdom already exists. So it's like what they're saying is that there is another world that exists simultaneously at the same time in conjunction with our physical plane. So it's a physics thing as well. Now, I know that might be a little too deep for some of y'all, but that was a very, very, for me, a very seductive principle. Very much so. It speaks to parallel universes all existing at the same time, which has been a science fiction theory for years. But we shall see. Wow, wouldn't that be something? Okay, so anyway, let's take a look at this devil. I got off point talking about that, but oh yeah. So I was saying it might not actually be a physical thing. It could be like a wormhole, if that makes any sense. I know what I'm trying to say. I just can't quite put it into words. Trying to see if I have any, I don't have any repeater numbers. Well, if I wanted to, I could break the devil down to a 4 because he's number 13. Isn't he? No, because I can't add. He's number 15. So he would be 1 and 5 would be a 6. I'm thinking of the death card. You know, that may have come up for a reason and I don't know why. So let's see here. Fidelità. Loyalty and fidelity. Domestico, who don't go with the loyalty and fidelity. The domestico can be someone loyal simply because they are in your employ, but he speaks to a collaborator. So this is someone who might not be all on the up and up. Falling on top of the devil, I could say that this person may be more apt to be more self-focused than they are focused on anyone else. For some of you, this could be someone from your past returning. See that? Would be a male individual or whomever takes the mail. Someone that you do know and that you do have a karmic connection with. Again, I'm not looking, it does not read like this is a bad relationship or it's been an abusive relationship or that it's been, it just looks like one that is fraught with issues. And what I mean by that is everybody's fears are coming to the surface. Exactly. This person is very, very vain and can be opinionated and can be quite egotistical, who maybe has a tendency to flare up to what do birds do when they get all big, you know, and try to show you their true colors. That's how it reads. So yeah, it's not someone who I don't think, you know, the propensity may be there, but I don't think that this has occurred in the relationship. I just think it's just fraught with stuff right now. It could also be someone who has an inflated idea of who they are. Maybe I'm the most important thing. Why? Because, well, you know, that the male peacock in the bird world, the male bird is always the more colorful of the two. And he's really the star of the show, you see. Let's look at the Justice card, because now I'm also picking up that this could be some kind of long standing, perhaps, battle over property. Now that I'm looking at those 3 cards. Oh, no. That still doesn't say no. I'm going to take a look at this 4. What I'm looking at How funny. We have a message from far away. Okay, that's the messaggere. A message from a distance. This is in the past. And we look, and maybe there was good communications between the two in the past. But this implies that that has stopped. Those communications have stopped. There are no more messages that are coming between or about. But we also know that, remember I was talking about the death card. There it is. But this is also a transformation of a situation. The Giovani Fanciulla. So now, what I'm looking at, and I think the cards are trying to tell me two things, and I want to make sure that I get this right. On the one hand, it's saying that communication stopped because somebody new came into the picture. But on the other hand, it is saying that there's a transformation of this situation. There's something else going on here. I can't quite figure it out. The reason why see, this person lied about something, and that's really what brought, it's like an intimate lie, if that makes any sense. This speaks to a new female, someone who might be younger, and younger could be like a 1 or 2 years, whatever the case may be. But this also speaks to somebody who just, I think it's talking about two different women. Because it's like there's two sides. And maybe it's just speaking to both of them. They both have two sides. And maybe that's why the devil has come out. Everybody does. Let me take a look at this Four of Wands. These cards are really kind of... I don't know about that. But see, what is curious, the reason why I say I think it's two different people. This is the past vertical column. So it could be like this person is on their way out. The one person may be on their way out. Maybe it just didn't work out between them. Maybe it was really bad between those two. But this is also the card of the first card down on the future row. And because this brings about not only an ending but a transformation, this speaks about somebody else who's moving. But there's some confusion right now. There's some confusion. Maybe it's confusion of whether there's going to be communication or I don't know. Let's pull this Four of Wands, because I think this is going to tell us a little bit more about the situation. Maybe. The cards are just not being very clear today. One second. Let me reshuffle those because some cards want to fall off the bottom. I don't even know what they were, but they're trying to do something. So hold on. And then we're going to go ahead and close this out. I think the whole key is this Four of Wands here. It's the Tower. The disgrazia. A complete and utter catastrophe. The meeting of the riunione. Maybe this is somebody from the past that tried to get back together and they tried to rebuild, but it's not working. And maybe somebody is saying, I told you it wasn't going to work. Or it could be that somebody's parent came in and just kind of ruined it for everybody. Wow, that's quite interesting. What's on the bottom? It's two women, two different women. That's what the cards was trying to tell me. That's why I couldn't quite pick it up, what it was saying. It's kind of what I'm reading is like maybe somebody came back from the past and they tried to reconcile with each other. Let's put it like this. Here's an example. I was in a relationship with someone. I met someone, but they were acting all shady. So I'm like, man, to hell with that, right? And I just kind of move it on. But unbeknownst to me, there was always somebody else in the background. Okay? There was always somebody else in the background, which may be why the person was acting all shady. Okay? But I just said, man, to hell with that, and I went on. So, unbeknownst to me, they got back with the person from the past. But guess what? Sometimes you can't redo the past. You just can't. And sometimes you shouldn't. That's that devil card, right? So now that's falling apart. So I don't know if this means that there's going to be some news coming. But even if there isn't, keep doing what you're doing. And this could be really about having the strength in it, because this is the overall energy of the spread. It's not how it's going to turn out. This is just saying, you know, if you've been maintaining and just doing whatever it is that you're doing, continue doing that. You know, because you can't put your life on a whim and a hope that somebody's going to come back and they're going to be acting right. That is purely free will. Yeah. What you can always do is maintain your faith and your determination, but don't allow whatever it is that you're waiting on or where you're trying to go or what you're trying to do. Don't base that upon the hope that someone's going to return back to you. They either will or they won't. Yeah. And that card to me kind of reads like, I think whatever it is, the message is delayed. I do feel that there something will be said. It's not the Knight of Coins. It's the page. So this is literally about turning the page. It's kind of funny because it's like the two women. This one is that one. And this one is that. Oh, shit. There's another woman underneath there. Ha! I kid you not. Look it. Holy, holy smokes. Let me look at this again. Because there's something about this set of cards on top of this Libra card. What I said before was true, but there's so much conflicting energy coming off these three cards on top of this Justice card. It speaks to two women. Okay, we can see that. And maybe that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Because this card is the Temptation card. It could be someone who's even fantasizing about having a harem. What the hell do I know? The Death card in this is the key here on top of this Justice card. And it is about the end of some kind of communication with a person. But it also speaks to some new kind of communication that's coming, because now the scales are equally balanced. You know, isn't that something? All right, let's pull wow. Isn't that something? And again, like I was saying, this could also be us acting in um, our own stuff that's coming up. You know what I mean? Like allowing your own demons to come up. Yeah. So when I say us, I'm just talking like in the general fantastical sense. If you recognize this situation, then when I say us, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You're saying maybe that's us acting that way. Okay. And that's the term that I get. I keep getting the term us. Which is a weird word if you think about it. 2 letters. And it can mean so many things. All right. So let's pull one angel answer card. Hell, I don't know if that was worth the wait or not. One card. Let's see what the angel answer has to say. A peaceful resolution. I have no clue what that means. Maybe that means something to somebody out there. I don't know. I'm just trying to do what I do. Okay. I mean, I don't know if you heard me gasp just then. It's another Chariot card. It is the 7, the move card. That's 2. I want y'all to look at this, people. That's 2 Chariot cards. Now, that's why I was like, and that's called the quintessence. The repetition of 2 major arcana, the same major arcana. Let's read this. The move card. The keywords are relate, choose, harmonize, romance, creativity, and reconciliation. Take some time to examine your relationship with others as well as yourself. Are you coming from a place of love? It is important to empathize, remain non-judgmental. Remember, I just said that, to be able to empathize and not be judged. Holy smokes. Okay, remain non-judgmental and love people for who they are. The same applies to your relationship with yourself. There is an opportunity now to bring your being into a harmonious whole. Forgive your faults and rejoice in your perfect uniqueness. Remember I was saying about the devil card, you know? This could be our own stuff coming up. It may also be time to examine the choices that you make regarding matters of the heart. Are you choosing to have people in your life who support and empower you? Surround yourself only with those who encourage and sustain you and who push or guide you to be all that you truly can be. I was saying that. Oh, wow. I can read cards. Holy smokes. This will help you value yourself and raise your vibration to that of unconditional love. There may also be an opportunity for a new romance, for improving an existing romance, or for healing a disharmonious relationship. I kid you not, people. Now, y'all see me pull these cards. Seize the energy and take action. If you're looking for a new romance, make yourself available and be open. See it and feel it in your life right now. This will raise your vibration and attract that new love to you. If you're looking to improve an existing romance, then maybe it's time to be creative. A weekend getaway, a romantic dinner, or simply telling the person how much you love and appreciate them. To heal a disharmonious relationship, open a dialogue. Let the person know that you value the relationship and want to improve it. The affirmation, I honor myself as well as others by acting from a place of love. Actually, I even read the wrong thing. I read the Lovers. And that's no accident either. Let's go over here to the Move card. Act, direct, master, discipline, focus, and effort. I don't know how I did that. I saw that and I read that. That wasn't an accident either. Okay, keywords. Act, direct, master, discipline, focus, and effort. Mercury retrograde, y'all. Now is the time to be proactive regarding matters of the heart. It's kind of the same thing. If you're looking for a relationship, take the initiative to find one. Take advantage of the many ways to meet your soulmate. This card is about action, action, action. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the devil card might have another meaning now. Hold up. If your current relationship is not moving in the direction you wish, do whatever is required to shift the direction. You are the master of your own destiny, and that includes your relationships. Don't wait for others to make the first move or set the tone of the relationship. Take charge. Creating and sustaining a good relationship requires discipline. It's not enough to be in a relationship. You must invest in it as well. Be present in and focus on the relationship. Give every relationship the opportunity and time that it needs and deserves to flourish and grow. Now is the time to focus on your needs and the needs of your partner. Make the effort to maintain healthy boundaries for yourself and to respect the boundaries of others. While rewarding relationships require effort, there must be a balanced effort from both partners. Perhaps it is time to examine your relationships. Are both partners putting forth equal effort to make the relationship work? Are you comfortable with the amount of effort your relationships require of you? If any relationship feels draining or it's not worth the effort, then perhaps it's time to move on. The affirmation, I take charge of my relationships. Here, the tarot archetype is the Chariot. So, even though I read the wrong damn card, all of those messages did come out. So, Mercury retrograde. All right, I hope those messages helped. I'll be back. What's today, Tuesday? I guess I'll be back tomorrow with one. My plan was to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday readings, or maybe Saturday, like that. We'll see how that goes. So, thank you for allowing me to read for you. That was a great reading. Until next time, namaste.